Reports are claiming that Offset just turned down a $10 million divorce settlement from Cardi B, and his reasoning has the entire internet questioning whether he's lost his mind or if he actually has a case. According to sources close to the situation, Offset rejected the offer because he believes he built Cardi B's brand and deserves half of everything she's earned. We're talking about a man who allegedly owes the IRS over $2 million in back taxes, now demanding that he gets an equal split of his estranged wife's empire. Cardi B's team is reportedly getting ready to drop receipts that will prove she built her success completely on her own. And fans are already taking sides on whether Offset contributed anything meaningful to her career or if he's just trying to cash in on her hard work. The audacity of turning down $10 million while being in massive debt is what has people talking. And the fact that he's claiming credit for her success makes this one of the messiest celebrity divorce battles we've seen in years. Let's break down exactly what Offset rejected, why he thinks he deserves more, and whether he has any legal ground to stand on.
According to reports, Cardi B offered Offset a $10 million settlement to finalize their divorce and move on with their lives. That's not a small amount of money by any standard. For most people, $10 million would be a life-changing sum that would set them up comfortably for the rest of their days. But Offset apparently looked at that offer and said it wasn't enough. Sources claim that Offset feels used and believes that he played a major role in building Cardi's brand during their relationship. His argument is essentially that he was there during her rise to the top, supported her career, and contributed to her success in ways that deserve financial compensation. Therefore, he doesn't want a settlement. He wants half of what she's built. The source quoted him as saying he built the brand with her and now he wants his cut. That statement alone has sparked massive debate because it raises the question of what exactly Offset did to build Cardi's brand. Was he a supportive partner who helped behind the scenes? Did he contribute creatively to her music or business decisions? Or is he confusing being present during her success with actually being responsible for it? Those are the questions people are asking, and Cardi's team is apparently ready to answer them with hard evidence. Offset's claim that he built Cardi B's brand is bold, but when you look at the timeline of their relationship and her career, the receipts tell a different story. Cardi B was already a rising star before she and Offset got serious. She gained fame through Instagram and her appearance on Love and Hip Hop New York, where her personality and authenticity made her a fan favorite. By the time she and Offset started dating publicly in 2017, Cardi had already established herself as someone to watch in the entertainment industry. Then came Bodak Yellow, which dropped in June 2017 and became a cultural phenomenon. That song catapulted Cardi to superstardom and made her a household name. She became the first female rapper to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 as a solo artist since Lauryn Hill in 1998. That's a monumental achievement, and it happened because of Cardi's talent, work ethic, and connection with her audience. Offset didn't write that song. He didn't produce it. He wasn't the one grinding in the studio or promoting it relentlessly. Cardi did that. After Bodak Yellow, she released her debut album, Invasion of Privacy, in 2018, which was a massive commercial and critical success. The album won a Grammy and solidified her position as one of the biggest artists in the world. Again, this was Cardi's work, her writing, her performances, her vision. Offset may have been supportive as her partner, but support doesn't equal ownership or credit for building someone's brand. Now, Offset might argue that he was there for collaborations, public appearances, and helping to elevate her profile through their relationship. It's true that their relationship generated a lot of media attention and kept both of them in the headlines. Celebrity couples often benefit from the combined star power, and Cardi and Offset were no exception. But here's the thing. Offset was already famous as part of Migos when they got together. He had his own career and his own fan base. If anything, their relationship was mutually beneficial in terms of publicity, not one-sided. Cardi didn't need Offset to become a star. She was already on that trajectory before they became serious. And while they did collaborate on music, most notably on the song Clout, those collaborations were professional projects where both artists were compensated for their work. That doesn't give Offset ownership of Cardi's entire brand or her earnings from projects that had nothing to do with him. Cardi has worked with countless other artists, producers, and collaborators throughout her career. She's built a business empire that includes music, endorsements, fashion deals, and more. To suggest that Offset is responsible for all of that success is not only inaccurate, it's disrespectful to the work Cardi has put in on her own.
There's another layer to this situation that makes Offset's demands even more questionable, and that's his financial situation. As we've covered before, Offset owes the IRS over $2 million in unpaid back taxes. That's a massive debt that he's legally obligated to pay, and it's been hanging over his head for a while now. If Offset accepted the $10 million settlement that Cardi offered, he would have to use a significant portion of that money to pay off his tax debt. After paying the IRS $2 million, he'd be left with $8 million. That's still a substantial amount of money, but it's noticeably less than the $10 million he was offered. Some people speculate that this is exactly why Offset is holding out for more. He knows that a chunk of whatever he gets will go straight to the government. So he's trying to maximize the settlement to ensure he walks away with as much as possible after his debts are paid. But here's the problem with that logic. Offset's tax debt is his own responsibility. It's the result of his own financial decisions and mismanagement. Cardi B shouldn't have to pay more in their divorce settlement just because Offset owes money to the IRS. That's not how divorce law works. And it's certainly not fair to Cardi, who has been managing her own finances responsibly and paying her taxes on time.
Cardi B has already made it clear through her Twitter Spaces rants that she's not backing down or giving in to Offset's demands. She's repeatedly said that Offset is trying to hold their divorce hostage by demanding that she pay his taxes and give him one of her properties. Cardi has been vocal about the fact that she's legally separated and ready to move on with her life, but Offset won't sign the divorce papers unless she meets his financial demands. She said she's willing to fight for her money and her assets because she worked hard for everything she has, and she's not going to let Offset take advantage of her just because they were married. Now, with reports that her legal team is preparing to drop receipts, it seems like Cardi is ready to prove in court that she built her empire independently. Those receipts could include financial records showing her earnings before and during the marriage, documentation of her business deals and contracts, and testimony from people who worked with her throughout her career. All of that evidence would paint a clear picture that Cardi's success is her own, and Offset's contributions, if any, were minimal at best. Legally, Offset might be entitled to some portion of assets acquired during the marriage, depending on how their prenup is structured. But claiming that he deserves half of everything because he built her brand is a reach that likely won't hold up in court. So where does this leave us? Offset has turned down $10 million, claiming he deserves half of Cardi B's empire because he allegedly built her brand. Cardi's team is preparing to present evidence that will show she built her success entirely on her own, through talent, hard work, and smart business decisions. Offset owes millions in back taxes, which likely influences his decision to demand more money in the settlement. And Cardi has made it abundantly clear that she's not going to pay his debts or hand over her properties just to get out of the marriage. This divorce is shaping up to be a long, drawn-out legal battle where both sides will have to present their case in court. But based on the facts, it's hard to see how Offset's claim holds any real weight. Being someone's partner doesn't automatically make you responsible for their success, and being present during their rise doesn't entitle you to half of what they earned. Cardi B was a star before Offset became a central figure in her life, and she'll continue to be a star long after this divorce is finalized. The real question now is whether Offset will eventually accept a reasonable settlement, or if he'll drag this out in court and end up with less than what he was originally offered. Either way, Cardi seems ready for the fight, and she's not backing down. What do you think? Does Offset have any claim to Cardi's success, or is he completely out of line for rejecting $10 million? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates on this messy divorce battle.